every game was close. They basically lost a few games, so that was a little tough overall. Uh, Another addition, uh, and that was for the Raptors re-signing Adrian Martin, the 2-year deal. Additions is Kyle Anderson agrees to a 1-year deal, and Kawhi Leonard joins. Obviously, deal on hold via trade. Departures: Ingram and Dick will be going to the Clippers if this passes through. We have to see still, and then Sandro is going to Lakers. The Jazz got Mo Bamba though, and Yusuf Nurk on 2-year deals. Additions also they re-signed those players, but additions with Jackson Hayes and Josh Okogie. And then Kessler is the only departure in the signing trade with that Lakers team. The Wizards are a big time, man. They re-signed Trae Young to a 4-year deal. He was traded there. But they added DeAndre Ayton, Trey Mann, and Chris Middleton, right? They added those players for depth. Departures, they had D'Angelo Russell, who departed via trade to the Grizzlies. Wasn't there that long. And then Jane Hardy, he's on the Lakers. Cam Whitman is Cam Whitmore is on the Cavs too. So, but the Wizards got a lot of depth and a lot of talent, a lot of fantastic, players on that team, man. And so, I wouldn't be shocked if they're a top 5 team. Some people might not think that, but if they're healthy, I wouldn't be shocked if they're top 5. I'm gonna be honest. They gotta be healthy, and they gotta really do that. Another thing that the Wizards could do is just keep playing defense in that front court. They got some depth in that front court, man. And then they can score. So it's going to be good. Trae Young can facilitate and not have to do too much offensively in terms of scoring. He can pass. Another crazy thing, though, the trade that's really the craziest was the Celtics and the 76ers. They traded Jaylen Brown for Paul George and 2 first-round picks, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Paul George is going to be off the books and after this year and the next year. And but that wasn't enough for Jaylen Brown. And I know I guess they didn't want to pay him. And they try to make excuses by saying he was basically cancerous and he had issues with the roster, all this bullcrap. But I think that's all crap to just not want to pay him an extension that he deserves because of the performance he played this year and for a little while, really since the championship, since the start of that championship year, like all the way up until now, he's just been on fire, just flat out amazing, legendary, and so they just didn't want to pay him. It's really simple. It's not rocket science, guys. If you know sports, man, and you watch Jaylen Brown, they could have got, most likely they probably could have got more. They could have got Kevin Durant. They could have got a lot of better players. So the Celtics, I think dropped the ball on it, and they dropped the ball. This puts a lot of pressure on Jason Tatum, especially coming off that injury. He came back. I thought he should have sat the whole year, and I don't think he did bad coming back overall. But I think that's a hard that's a hard thing. Everyone's accommodating to him a little bit. He's trying to accommodate to the team too. And it just caused some issues, especially losing when they were up 3-1 to the 76ers. They were still shooting too many threes, so, trying to even it out. And that was just an issue. So, that trade was bad, I think, from the Celtics on all levels. Another trade that was bad, I think, was the Timberwolves. The Grizzlies won the trade, obviously. They trade John Morant. They have Damian Lillard. John Morant, I mean, it could change too, but John Morant doesn't really spread the floor. He could start shooting better, cut better, all that, and coming off the injury and stuff, not playing as much, it's just going to, the floor space is not going to be there. The Grizzlies did a good job making that trade, though. But I think the 76ers, if they didn't win the offseason, they real close, man, because they added some great pieces. Obviously, LeBron, Jaylen Brown, they added a lot of fantastic players to the roster and stuff like that. Add a lot of players. So I'm pretty they're doing a great job. They did a great job. Added depth, added some big time winners. So 76ers is tough, man. The Cavs did a good job. They, re-signed people. The James Harden extension could be. A lot of people are going to say that's kind of crazy. Almost a 3 or 100 million deal. It was 3 or 97, but he could play well, man. When he got to the Cavs, he was playing well. So I think there's a lot of great in them still. They just need to keep adding more depth like they did, and we'll see what happens. The Wizards, I think, in the offseason did some good stuff again. Um, some teams, the Nets end up getting Julius Randle. Um, I don't know exactly about that one, in my opinion, because you're trying to rebuild, and Julius Randle's a little older. But I think the Timberwolves did a great job too, and the Hornets. I thought they both had a win-win situation. The Hornets got more depth in terms of draft picks, and they still got some solid players. And the Timberwolves are trying to win now, and they got a real great player in LaMelo who doesn't have to have a lot of pressure, play point guard, facilitate, not do too much, and then Anthony Edwards doesn't have to always handle the ball. So I thought that was a good stuff right there, really great stuff right there as well. So I was pretty excited about that all around. Obviously, so it was. I think all offseason was crazy. Miami Heat did a good job too, but the Bucks did get a lot of assets. They got a lot of draft picks. Obviously, they got Hero and Highquist Jr. Man, real good players. You know what I'm saying. And also the 76ers did get a 2031 unprotected first rounder and other draft picks, additional draft capital. Or not the 76ers, Paul George, right? The Celtics did. Or no, wait. Yeah. Oh no, they actually yeah. Yep, that's right. That's right. Celtics did get that. So, they got a few draft picks, but still, man, they could have got way more, man. Again, I thought the Grizzlies did a good job getting off of John Morant's contract. I thought the Cavs did a good job getting Cam Whitmore, who's good, and Peyton Watson is really good. The Nuggets tried to keep signing Watson, but they couldn't because they didn't have enough cap space, which is tough. And then Melo too, we ended up signing a 2-year deal with the Golden State Warriors and stuff like that too, and stuff like that. And Hartenstein, he signed a good solid contract, man, 3 or 75 million. But he's really competitive, did a lot of great stuff, so he definitely earned and deserved it. Kessler, the Lakers didn't do some bad moves. They could have did things differently, like they could have packaged and got rid of some players, like the guy who was at Sacramento. They could have got rid of him, and they could have got rid of a few other players, really, like even Vanderbilt and stuff like that. So they could have created more cap space, so they didn't have to do certain things like add draft picks and a sign and trade and all this other stuff. But I feel like the Lakers did do a solid job at adding different players and stuff like that. So they did a good job. Very, very good job. Overall. So I think the offseason of NBA is crazy. It's going to be even more. Definitely going to talk about the Kawhi Leonard situation too. College football has been a little interesting. We'll definitely talk about that more. I know it was breaking news though that Alabama ended up starting I believe the redshirt freshman. They started a redshirt freshman. I think his name is Keldon, if I'm not mistaken. He did it, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to think. Yeah. It was Kellon. Oh, Russell. Yep, that's right. Kellon Russell. He started. I think he's a redshirt freshman. He only played 2 games, so technically he still has 4 years eligibility. I think he's listed as a sophomore, but he has 4 years eligibility though because he didn't play more than 4 games. The bowl game doesn't count, by the way, or the bowl games doesn't count. So you play 4 regular season games in the bowl game. You play bowl games, they won't count towards that. Austin Mack played in the Rose Bowl. when they was getting blown out by Indiana, who ended up winning the championship. But yeah, Keelan Russell is starting. He got a live arm though. He looked good, but we're gonna see how it goes. I think to start the year, he's gonna get in the rhythm. Like preseason, because I think the first game is East Carolina. You never know. East Carolina do be giving people trouble, but he might not, have too much trouble with them. So we'll see. But in the next videos, we start talking about college football, man, and stuff like that. Me and my brother, you know, uh, you know, we're gonna talk about college football a little bit. Me and my brother, and that leads into the announcement too. Me and my brother are gonna be doing a podcast together. We're gonna do one, and it's gonna come really soon. Hopefully before college football season starts with week 0. Do videos, talk about different things on the channel. Talk about Marvel, talk about sports, and talk about other things. Current event stuff, just different things. Research, chop it up, have fun, have a good time. So pretty excited about that. I'm super excited. So that's gonna start soon, real soon. Definitely gonna start real soon. So pretty excited about that. And we'll talk about college football coming up, and then talk about the NFL too tomorrow. So there's a lot. And again, like I said, I appreciate the birthday wishes, and I definitely appreciate everybody and the love and support y'all give so far on the channel. It's been a little long, but definitely appreciate the love and support. It's been about to be a year, so it's coming up, man. It's gonna be fun. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Love and support. Be safe out there. Enjoy the time. Peace.